Many believe that the ocean is filled with more plastic bags than coral. This is our world, and we must do our part to keep it clean. While plastic bags are convenient and cheap to manufacture, plastic bags can't disintegrate because they must always be burned or buried in order to be recycled. That's why the bag ban has come about. But besides that, there are other alternatives to using plastic bags. Although plastic bags are harmful, there are other alternatives. And that's what we'll be covering today. The plastic bags used by the United States weigh about 500,000 tons. Even if only 2% of plastic bags used by Americans find their way into the ocean, that's still 10,000 tons, or the equivalent of 73 blue whales made out of plastic. Today, I will share with you the harms of plastic bags and explain some alternatives. Let's begin with, how are plastic bags so harmful? Plastic bags can't disintegrate. They must always be burned or buried, and when plastic is burned, it releases dangerous chemicals. When plastic bags are buried, they sit in landfills, and the bags don't break down completely, but instead photodisintegrate, becoming microplastics that absorb into our environment and continue to pollute it. Today, there are an estimated 46,000 to 100,000 plastic fragments floating in every square inch of the world's ocean. These flimsy plastic bags get tangled in sorting machines, often causing them to shut down. Many of the bags that don't make it into the recycling contribute to incinerator emissions or end up as litter in our parks, oceans, rivers, and streets. But don't fear, there are plenty of alternatives to using plastic bags that won't harm the environment. One alternative is a plastic ban. In Maine and Vermont, the plastic ban was so effective that they made it into laws. In June 17, 2019, in Portland, Maine, the CLF, Conservative Law Foundation, released the following statement from Governor Janet Mills. Plastic bags are used for mere minutes before contributing to poisoning our communities and our bodies for years. The director of the Zero Waste Project also said this: "We cannot recycle our way out of this. Banning single-use plastics is the only way to go." It stops it from creating this dangerous blight on our communities. In Vermont, Governor Scott signed the lead, plastic, and clean water funding bills into law. Their legislature passed 3 of the strongest pollution laws in the country, banning the distribution of single-use plastics, plastic straws, stirrers, and toxic foam containers, keeping their drinking water free of dangerous PFAS chemicals, which have been linked to cancer and other dangerous health problems. They are the strongest laws of their kind in the United States. You might be thinking, how effective can a bag ban really be? Well, the Sydney study showed that the California bag ban reduced pollution by 71%. Although bag bans won't solve the plastic crisis on their own, they do help to change plastic consumers and realtors to be more open-minded. If Maine and Vermont can do it, so can we. There are other things we can do besides a bag ban. We can use tote bags. Rather than single-use bags, you can use tote bags, which can be continuously reused. Another alternative is jute or Henson bags, and they are the absolute best option. They're made from durable and natural biodegradable vegetable fibers, and jute is also a renewable resource, and the plants sequester carbon. When a jute bag comes to the end of its life, you just throw it in your compost. There are a few things we believe to be good that aren't good alternatives. And I'm here to educate you why they aren't. Paper bags can be recycled, so they're good, right? Manufacturing a paper bag requires about 4 times as much water as a plastic bag. Additionally, the fertilizers and other chemicals used in tree farming contribute to acid rain. Biodegradable plastic bags. They're plastic bags that can degrade. What's wrong with those? At the end of the day, these bags aren't renewable. It's a single-use product, and it's just as bad as regular plastic bags. The moment you scale it up, you have to scale up your resources. Cornstarch, algae, bamboo, and it's all coming from agricultural lands, which we need to protect. Now you know why plastic bags are so harmful and some good alternatives to them. Plastic bags are really this harmful. They can't disintegrate. They must be burned or buried in order to recycle them. That's why the bag ban and alternatives that don't harm the environment are so important. Today, we covered how plastic bags are harming the environment and what alternatives you can use instead. With all this new knowledge of how harmful plastic bags are, will you continue to use them?